My Gavadan Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Arakia Galadirthan, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on in our grand conquest and what is potentially the last battle for Mordor. Now, I say that. There are more regions in Mordor. We have Morgost, Seragost, and this one? Thangarod something? Thengarost, can't remember what that one's called. So there are 3 more regions in Mordor that must fall in Mordor. But this army with the Witch King is likely to be their last real huzzah. Apart from the army that's going to spawn because we've just taken Barad-dûr. But the Nazgul can no longer respawn. That's why this is so pivotal. Of course, in the last episode, we took Minas Boron. With just Boron left alive and it was amazing. And it was outright amazing. And Boron survives and he sits in Barad-dûr at the moment in a vast castle filled with dead orcs all around him. Probably enjoying some well-earned rest. But Angbor is to war and the Witch King is the enemy. Angbor is to war. Ah, there's the Blue Wizards. How fitting. No, I don't have as much mod talk for you, I'm afraid. I mean, I do have things I'm going to talk about, but nothing. Most of the developments in relation to the mod are already underway, taking place, and there's not as much to talk about. Ah, this hill here will suffice. Oh, wow, we have Gondor archers. Sweet. Archers standing by. Be ready, archers! I really like that they have the voice of the Dale men from Battle of Middle-earth. Ready your bows, countrymen! Be ready, archers! That's not what I asked you to say. Be ready, archers! Have an arrow ready! Have an arrow ready! Have an arrow ready! Pick up your bows! There it was! Pick up your bows, countrymen! And then we've got some Gondor archers, but note they have not got plate mail yet because I have not got the blacksmith up enough to upgrade them. So you have to wait. Have faith in the silver tree! Righty-ho, and then who shall form our line? Well, we've got some guardsmen, we've got some of them, and some spearmen. Take up position in the van, and defend our army from the vicious hordes of Mordor. The Witch King comes, and he will face the wrath of the slayers that are the axemen of Lasarnik. Again, they are also not yet upgraded. They get sweet-ass plate mail when they upgrade. They look sweet. Oh, we've got... This army is outrageously good. Everything's replenished. Everything's restocked. An army fitting of Angbor. I'm a little disappointed that Angbor doesn't have a custom bodyguard, but that's only in this version. Of course, in the next version, in version 2.0, Angbor does have a unique bodyguard, and they are the clansmen. There they are atop the hill. We might want to rejig a bit then. Turn everyone around a bit. There you go, like that, lads. Gentlemen, ready your horses. Ready your horses. Ready your bows, countrymen. Alright, I concede. Pressing Shift 1 is way easier than just constantly grouping and ungrouping. Archers at the ready. No, you're probably alright where you are. No, we should probably swing you a bit, shouldn't we? How about like that? There we are. And then you, gentlemen. Oh, I've got the volume in my head turned up louder than it should be. I have some very interesting news for those of you who are with us from Total War Center. Now, I appreciate that Total War Center, which is where the mod's spiritual home is, it's where the mod's actual home is. All the information pertaining to the mod that I don't speak out loud is written at Total War Center. ModDB is just used to upload it. I haven't even looked at the ModDB page in like 2 months. I don't care about it at all. But Total War Center is where we live, and Total War Center has just, this very morning in fact, although I've got to wait 3 days to find out, but they're going to grant us a sub-forum. So this will mean that DaC will no longer have a single thread dedicated to it, and instead will have its own section of the website. So you'll go to our sub-forum and there will be a thread for posting bugs, there will be a thread for reading about what is coming new to the mod. and whatever we decide for these threads to be. But essentially there'd be like an announcements thread, a bugs thread, where you can post bugs, but more importantly where you can read what bugs have already been posted. Although the problem that we have is lots of people play DaC, but barely anyone goes to Total War Center to read about it. And not barely anyone, enough people do that they're granting us this forum. But not enough people go there. In a small percentage of the entire player base of DaC use Total War Center. So all the information we write there is wasted because most of you come and post on these videos about bugs, which doesn't help me at all because there'll be bugs that we've already known about or something like that. But it's good that we're getting a sub-forum regardless. It gives us a lot more abilities to tidy up. It gives us a specific place to post about announcements. We can lock certain threads so that our announcement can be seen but not spoken of in that thread, for example. The possibilities are seemingly endless. Right, now, where's the Witch King himself? Right, he's gone round on the right-hand side, so, gentlemen, swing about. Riders of Penethgelin. You are called to arms. So we might not even bother using Angbor this time, to be honest. Don't let them get a charge on us. Run down the hill and hit them. Knights of Minas Tirith. Oh, good swing, sir. You missed everyone, but look at this guy. He's intent on hitting that man. I will get him. Stand out of my way, demon. Oh, he's died. Well, that was short-lived. What's the Witch King up to now? He's still roaming around on that side, right? So, you flank those Morannon Guard. Lovely jubbly. Gentlemen, pull yourselves out. Penethgelin, come a bit wider. We position and set ourselves up for the enemy's demise. Don't run away. So, some minor modding... Oh, balls. To the wall! The Witch King, he's coming for our cavalry. I hate the new battle AI that has been added that sees the AI cavalry do absolutely everything within their power to try and flank you. Even if flanking you is arguably one of the worst things they could do. It bothers me so much. Like, yes, the cavalry should always try and flank. I can appreciate that. But in this instance, they just are baffling in the way that they try to flank. Angbor, get in there and show this bastard who's boss. Pull the Gondor cavalry out, he's just going to massacre them. Now Angbor is now outnumbered, but if we then charge you guys in, could really do with those peacekeepers not being involved there. Penethgelin, you have one task, shut down the archers. The Uruk Halberds have formed up a line and are just sitting, taking death. Ah, men of Lebanon, you are to be used. It is time to no longer be defensive, men of Gondor. Push down the hill. Enslave, kill, and destroy all that you can. Hit those Orc archers. Hit those Orc archers. Angbor, Wagwan. Black Numenoreans have lost 10. Angbor's lost 6. So one major modding change that has happened, I can tell you, is that Eastern Osgiliath has been taken away from Gondor and given to the rebels. So if you're playing as Gondor or Mordor, you now have to actually take Eastern Osgiliath first. Now this is semi-lore accurate, semi-not lore accurate. At 2980, which is when Third Age Total War starts, Osgiliath is held by Mordor. Because Boromir is, forgive me for not knowing the exact date, but he is either not yet born or he's about 3 years old. I think he's 2. I think he's born in 2978. So Boromir is yet to reclaim Eastern Osgiliath. So Gondor definitely shouldn't have it, and arguably Mordor should, but then that makes it way too easy for a Mordor player. So instead, we've come to the little agreement to give it to the rebels. So at turn 1, Eastern Osgiliath is now held by an Uruk rebel army. Go and hit that Orc coast. No, the Orc Halberds are in the way there. I'm surprised the archers don't turn around and shoot the cavalry. I'm really surprised. Surely it's the best thing to do. Look at the green horde of Penethgelin. Oh, you look so good. They won't rout, remember. No one here is going to rout until the Witch King dies.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Even if they are getting their asses handed to them. How is the Witch King doing? He's down to 14 and Angbor's now only on 17. So the Witch King is slowly dying. However, we're losing our soldiers for it, but I'm not really bothered. I don't really like cavalry. I don't enjoy the micromanagement required to play with cavalry. I find it quite boring. I'm afraid. Always have done, always will do. Which is why I barely pay attention to cavalry. The reason I like Dol Amroth is nothing to do with their cavalry at all. Although we're going to need you over here because that right-hand flank is going down. Speed it up a bit as the death toll rises. Just like get involved somewhere rather than just knocking around. Hit them, hit them. In we go, lads. Oh, that was crippling. You were rubbish, but you guys did really well. You actually made someone rout, even though the Witch King's not dead. That Orc host is not going down to these flanking attacks, is it? Right, the Witch King is down to 2 men, himself and 1 guy, and everyone else does appear to actually be buggering off. Ah, is he organising I think he is commanding a rout. I don't think... Yeah, he's told they're pulling out. Yeah, look, the Witch King's already gone. Ah, right, so it's over. So now we just sit and wait. Very well. I'm also need to say a massive thank you to all of those who are currently... I can't exit, I'm afraid, if you're wondering where we're now. Just going to have to sit and wait. A massive thank you to all of those who are currently on the Discord. Because yesterday, we did behind the scenes decided to add a message to the last stand spawn script. So this is the stand. Sometimes it's called the Doom Stack. I tend to call it the last stand script. That is just the script whereby when a nation goes below a certain number of regions, usually 2 or 3, then a spawned army stands and an army spawns to try and keep them alive. This is primarily used to stop the AI from being able to dick over other AI too early on. That's why it was implemented, but it's still in. And we decided that we'd have a message tied to each of these pop-ups.
Let all who remember this
Look at that
day
stat. Look at that
as
stat.
the day of our most glorious victory.
282 kills, Pinnith Gellin Cavalry. Well done. So there's a message to all of these pop-ups, but of course there's something like 24 nations, so we needed 24 messages. So we released this out to the Discord group, and within one evening, every single message has been written. So I am indebted to all of you. Many thanks indeed. It has cut down on what would have been a huge project and would have taken us ages. Yeah, I say us, me, ages, unless... Oh, an Umbara raiding. Brilliant. 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 That's exactly what I wanted. I love Umbar raids, especially on Fan Malond. Right when we're attacking Arad. Ah, the Variags have canned. Ithakali has returned. He's only really got cavalry. Now, we're not in a city, so our stake advantage here is minimal. But do remember that Khandish foot troops are useless. So, they're little more than death. Than people to die, sorry. Than death. That made no sense, did it? They're little more than death. Backup we'll hold on to, but Battle Gondor. Give that a save. In we go. So, many thanks to all of those in the Discord group. Things are progressing well. Things are progressing very well. So we've got our sub-forum coming along, which is very cool. We've got a ton of writing done yesterday, which was very cool. East Nosgiliath is now rebel. Again, allow me to just say, I'm sort of sorry, but not sort of sorry, that I am talking so much about modding, but we are going through an unprecedented amount of change at the moment. And we've never done this much work or talked about this much work in... forever, basically. And it's just such a I enjoy talking about it, and I enjoy reading the posts and things that you send back. So now I want to try and maximize our stakes here, but We only get 2, and there's a whole field, and we don't even have any good hills. It's just a nightmare. Like, arguably where we start is the best hill. But then that doesn't give us much room. They will have so many horse archers, it will just be a nightmare. We need to try and use the trees, actually. Can you not hide? There you go. Jesus. See, that's the only problem with the Shift 1 feature, is it auto sets them back to a straight line. That's because that's what it's doing, isn't it? Shift 1 is the straight line, isn't it? But it just also happens to unlock them. Yep, there you go. Straight away. The units automatically go into a line, but it also unlocks them. That's why that does that. So if you had them all here and you press Shift 4... do they have to be in a group? No, it doesn't really do out, does it? Oh, well, it does put all of the militia in the front line, and it chucks cavalry... oh, it does exactly what it says. Chucks cavalry on the edge, and it puts the missiles in the middle. But no, we don't want that. Right, so let's go back to what we were doing. So, you guys, into the forest. Group up. Shift 1 yourselves so that you don't run around. And, as I say, we want to try and lure them so that we can get the drop on any of their would-be cavalry archers. You might as well just chuck some stakes where you can. You guys go there and there. The enemy might not even be coming from this way. I'm all over the shop. I hate fighting canned on the actual field because, as expressed in the previous episode, I bloody hate cavalry. Why isn't there a Total War game set in a period where there's no horses? Where's Total War America pre-colonization when you need it? Now, as usual, the problem with canned as well, as I've already mentioned, is that they get a lot of units, a lot of cavalry, but almost all of them are bloody archers. So you spend the whole game just chasing them. It's a nightmare.
The enemy have brought up.
Oh, and the other enemy's coming in directly to our west. Brilliant. I should have at least tried to think about where they were coming from. Which means that when they come in, they're going to walk straight past our units in the trees and foil our attempts to hide. At least our Athelian Rangers hide anyway. Well, let's speed it up. Oh, look, Khandish Raiders. Variag Nobles, who also happen to be horse archers. They aren't horse archers. And they've meant that we've killed our own men. No point.
If we continue like this,
they can't hide now.
Smash the enemy.
The enemy are about to run into them. Oh, I hate canned. With a passion, an almighty burning pledge within me to see these bastards. This is probably why I wanted to remove them, because I just hate playing against them. And the army that's coming in over there, ugh. This isn't even the main army. This is the small guy who we weren't even going to be worried about. And all he's got is archers. They're such an archer nation. And we're going to waste all of our arrows on this first wave. No doubt, no doubt. Why are you acting like spackos?
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Although, in trying to fight on the hill, I've managed to put my troops at the bottom of the hill, which is not helping anyone. Those guys at least are all still hidden. Well, if the archers don't run away, then just fight them.
Smash the enemy.
Stop fighting the archers. Build over there. We've lost loads of them. And all of our arrows are used. I should have told them not to shoot. Why did I tell them to shoot? We have lost more than them. And now our defenses... Oh, I hate this game. Our defenses are now totally shot because I stupidly moved those off. Oh, well, at least they did charge some men into the stakes. Minor victory, I suppose. Should have just pulled back to the corner. Should have just pulled back to the corner. But then they've got a massive archer force. It wouldn't have helped. They've got Gondor mercenaries in there. They've got steppe tribesmen. There's a general riding in. There's more of their bloody nippy cavalry. Where are we at the moment? Ah, we're right outside their homeland as well. We're going to fight this forever. Oh, they still have arrows. And those archers are just going to shoot arrows at us until we are down and out. Look, we've lost all of our Athelian rangers.
Only half our force remains.
They just have so many archers, and I have just apparently melted. I have just literally shut down my brain for this battle for some reason. I positioned us not on a hill. I positioned us on the slope of the hill the wrong way for some stupid reason. I didn't even try to calculate where the enemy was coming from. I didn't turn our archers off so that we wait for the larger force, which was going to obviously be the larger threat. I didn't use our generals to harass the smaller army because our generals vastly outclass Khan.
We must act and halt this.
I have completely been the cause of this, what is going to be a loss. Because I'm an absolute idiot. And I am now almost angry. I'm literally sitting here fuming at how this bloody Khandish army, these nomads, these bloody filthy tribesmen are putting the Númenóreans to shame.
Defeat seems almost
because of my stupidity. You know what? Screw it. Quit while we're ahead. Just get the hell out, lads. I believe I told you to withdraw. You appear to be standing still. Yes, that's how you withdraw. You move with your legs. Oh, no, apparently we can't withdraw. Right, so we're in it till we're dead. Cracking. He's our factionaire, if you're wondering. I literally can't get him to withdraw. He just stops if I tell him to withdraw. I have no idea what that is. Well, Ethicali killed himself. That's always a win. Now, this is, as I say, this is where the Gondor bodyguard's about to shine and show you how they slaughter Khan. But why won't you run away? Like, please, just run away. Why can't I get you to run away? Just, what is the bloody problem? Oh, well, Caruion seems to be running away. But Huron of the Keys is going to die. Run away!
This defeat is a
God for
bitter
that.
crop to
Jesus
swallow.
Christ.
Next time it'll be our foe that sups from this most foul.
I don't think I, as Gondor, have ever lost that badly. I am not fit to command, is what this is. The general didn't even get involved to the end, and he still got more kills than anyone else. After the I feel like Gomez, Aurelio Gomez. Classic Gomez. I've just made an outrageous save. I've kept my team in the game by taking Barad-dûr.
Yes, retreat.
And then I've run out the box and given a penalty away. I can't believe that this has just happened. I have absolutely just shredded our army because of my own incompetence.
Ready your weapons. Forward.
Now, if anyone knows why the army would not retreat, I'd be very glad to know. And if it's because of the shift pressing of the buttons at the beginning, I will be particularly grieved.
I will not waste words on you.
Ah, you're the traitors, aren't you?
Maintain order. Captain of Quell this evil. You shall remember this day.
I will not waste words on you.
There you go. That's for your traitorous actions. So what have we learned here? We're going to need more, better troops. Our army was not strong enough. How's our army over here doing? Still making your way to the fort?
Orders.
Yep.
By your command.
Enn and Wyeth will not be pleased when I step into their lands, but we're allies, so they can't do anything about it.
Would you wish to speak to me?
Would you wish to speak to me? Now, we get a garrison in
Was that your
Familon,
best shot?
but it's not going to help. We'll have a lot more money now. Yeah, we've got an outrageous amount of money. I don't want to build things just for the sake of it, but certain things can be built. Can you give us any Gondorian troops? We can get some Durinella lancers, footmen, and squires. Yes, bloody please. Could do with a general as well if you've got one going. No, Ministerieth only, I think. Might as well take the farms. Ethring, let's throw that in. It's more money, isn't it? Throw that in again, more money. Eric's complete. That won't upgrade. That stays as it is. Ah, you can get roads. Yes, please. Take the farms there. And there we are. Got a lot of buildings building. Money's not going to be an issue. Barad-dûr is being besieged. Barad-dûr, what is this? Boron, he's the gentleman where you all kept saying I've got an element as a general, a periodic table element. Boron's a noble gas, isn't it? Boron, you've got such an unfortunate name. It doesn't really read well. Trying to think of a good name for it. Barad-dûr obviously means Dark Tower. Minas Tirith means Tower of Guard or City of Guard. Caras Galadhon means City of the Tree Folk. Boronost rolls off the tongue. That's why I quite like that one. I'm going to go with Boronost. That just means Boron Town. And obviously it doesn't reflect the fact that it's a tower or a castle, but Boronost just kind of works, doesn't it? So I'm going to go with Boronost. It's got his name in it.
Captain of Gondor. March, men.
Yeah, I don't want to attack that this turn, but I will quite happily sit that army next to it and
Awaiting your
ask if he wants to come and get involved. Do you still want to attack Boronost now that that army's there? How are you feeling about that?
By your
Ah, we have a formidable army, at least in Amun Aithel. So we're doing all right there. Harad are either beating Dolam. Oh, they took Barad-dûr. Shoot. Whistles and plums. That's not very good. Throw everything we've got into training units. That's what Tarnost's up to, actually, as well, isn't it? What can you do? You can send, like, nothing. You're rubbish. Get some real troops. And, come on, Dol Amroth. Pull your weight. I can't hold back all three. Well, I mean, I can. Mordor are beaten. And all we need to do with Khand is make sure that we take their towns, and then that's it. And that's it. Victory. Ah, I do not have time to fight this, I'm afraid. So I was hoping that an end turn would cycle through. I could just set. It'd be about 30-odd-ish minutes. Witch King has come back for more with the army that fled. He's getting involved with Captain Mazdash, trying to double team us. But that will have to be the start of the next Gondor episode. So I am terribly sorry for my terrible performance. I am going to spend the rest of the day thinking about what I've done, because this is not acceptable. But do stay tuned from Total War Center for our new sub forum. Very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. And that's about it for now. Fionor video to come. The next faction overview, whoever that is, to come. And until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Naden Pedimad Melunin, and farewell.